DIY sprinkler check and minor irrigation repair. If your sprinkler system is not working properly, no matter how much you water, the landscape suffers and water is wasted. Follow these guidelines to check that your sprinkler system is working efficiently and make repairs as needed. First, run the system on manual, zone by zone, and make sure all zones are coming on and turning off. If you notice any issues or leaks, irrigation flags are useful to mark areas in need of repair. It's also important to make sure the sprinkler's controller settings align with your city's watering guidelines. Operation should coincide with any specific watering days, and sprinkler system cycles should run before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m. to reduce evaporation. Each irrigation system is unique to that landscape. Conducting a catch can test will ensure your run times are watering no more than 1 inch per week, the most our North Texas lawns would need during the hottest summer months. Simply set out 5 to 9 shallow cans per zone. Tuna fish or cat food cans work great. Then run the zone on manual and time how long it takes these cans to fill up. If at any point water begins to run off the landscape, turn the system off and note the time. Wait 30 to 40 minutes and restart the zone. Repeat these steps until your cans are 1 inch full. This will tell you how long it takes to apply 1 inch of water to your landscape, as well as how many cycles you'll need to run to allow water to penetrate the soil to prevent runoff. This technique is called the cycle and soak method, and it's especially important in areas with heavy clays, compacted soils, or sloped landscapes. Check for sprinkler heads spraying water onto the sidewalk, driveway, or road, and redirect pop-up nozzles so the water is applied only to the landscape. Check for nozzles that are clogged, damaged, or are not operating correctly by inspecting both the nozzle and the filter for damage or blockage. Clean or replace these as needed. Check for heads not popping up or going all the way down. You can clean these by loosening and flushing out any debris caught between the riser and the cap. These should move up and down easily when working correctly. Next, check for poor distribution or spray patterns. You can increase or decrease the nozzle's throw distance by turning the screw on top of the nozzle. Some nozzles allow for hand adjustments to correct patterns and distance. Others may need to be replaced to ensure that water is distributed evenly between each head and isn't running off the landscape. Check for sprinkler heads that are no longer straight up and down. You can realign risers to an upright position by loosening the soil around the irrigation head and the riser. Then pull the head perpendicular so you can tamp the soil back into place. Next, check for sprinkler heads creating a cloud of mist. This is usually caused by high water pressure, so you may want to consider installing a pressure regulator at the valve or change your heads to pressure regulating sprinkler heads. Check the valve boxes and sprinkler heads for water bubbling or dripping all the time. If there's excess moisture in the valve box and it hasn't rained recently, you might have a leaky valve. Now inspect and make sure that the rain and freeze sensor is working properly. If your system doesn't have a rain and freeze device, consider installing one to prevent your sprinkler system from coming on during rain events or causing damage during freezing weather. For any repairs beyond your comfort level, visit www.tceq.texas.gov to find a licensed irrigator in your area.